It's digital game time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of DGT Live. We're coming at you from the central coast of California.
You had a squeak, a voice squeak there.
A little squeaking.
Squeak.
This is your family-friendly
Squeak,
show about
squeak 'em,
gaming,
squeak,
movies, and pop
squeaky.
culture, all from a family-friendly perspective. I'm Leo, along with
Rick
and
Francisco.
what's going on, guys? Glad to be back.
Yep.
Glad to be out of the heat after last week. Man, X 2018 was hot in more ways than one.
Preach, brother.
Preach on, preach. Also,
Axe
I got
body
my
spray?
my
Anime
World Cup
Expo.
gear. I'm getting over that fever,
The fever.
that World Cup fever.
The World Cup fever.
That's right.
It just
It,
ended,
uh,
guys. It just like
It just ended yesterday, Sunday.
Man, I
feels
wish
like-
Croatia would have won.
I
I
wish
was-
I was rooting for Croatia. I was bummed out that they didn't get it, but at the same time, just judging by the way they were playing, France ended up being the more.
Yeah, but that penalty
the
kick,
better
that's
team at
what
the
brought
end.
them down. You have to admit, if that
It did.
call
It-
wouldn't have been made, it would have been a different game.
it killed their motivation.
Well, I understand.
No, you don't.
I understand.
I mean, not
that
to
happened.
take anything from France. France
But,
play very,
I mean,
very good.
If you go by the definition of the rule, he had to make that call.
no,
especially now
it was
with,
not intentional,
with
though.
the way the VAR was.
But
That-
it was not intentional. The
know.
ball fell on his hand, dude.
yeah, but
They're
supposed
it's not like he
to-
went, no.
well, they're supposed to be professionals
no,
and know that.
Yeah,
that if you,
he had his hand right
if you
here.
jump up with your hands like
No,
this,
dude. The whole
the ball
time,
could hit your
the
your
whole
hand.
time he was like this, bro. Because of that, because he didn't want to cause a handball. So that right there, and you can ask anybody that knows about soccer. Nobody agrees with that call.
Well,
Nobody does.
You could see the replay, and
And-
you
and
would
they
see
showed it
when
many
he
times.
jumped, he was
He-
like this.
It was like a penguin or what?
Yeah, like not like this, like a
Meh.
penguin. He was like this, and that's where the ball hit his hand. And actually, I saw the Fox broadcast of the show, and they were saying like, yeah, it's a call you have to make.
Yeah,
Fox,
I mean,
they don't know about soccer.
Regardless, the semantics is it did touch
It
his
was
arm.
it was the English
or
guy
hand.
that said that, by the way.
So that was a call. It was an official call. It was not a good call, I would say,
Mm-mm.
but it was by regulation
The one
the
that
call that had to be
that
made.
I thought was
So,
not
how long
good whatsoever was the call before that. The one where that set up the set piece where they scored their first goal.
Mm.
The guy didn't even touch that player. I forgot the player. The player.
Mbappe?
No.
Oh, the Croatian.
That guy was
no,
on
no,
fire,
no,
man.
The French guy that scored.
Mm. I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking
And
about.
Mbappe was the only one that I know.
Yeah, he's the
was
one that
scoring
after
left
when
and
they were
right.
celebrating in the locker room, he's like, "Viva Mexico!"
Well, it's because
Yes,
Carlos
family-friendly
Vela is Mexican player. They're teammates at the Real Sociedad club in Spain, so they know each other. And I guess somebody or mentioned in their live stream that they were making, it's like, hey, you say hi to Carlos Vela. It's like, oh, saludos, Carlitos Vela, blah blah. And I guess they mess around with you've always had a white friend that you teach him bad words in Spanish, have you not? It's like the thing to
That was
do.
a long time ago, Francisco.
But that's like the thing to do, and I guess that's what Carlos Vela did with
You
this guys.
are Francisco's white friend that he's.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you're
but
el
yeah.
primo.
Well,
Primo!
we just gotta wait 4 more years, and next World Cup, if we're alive, it actually takes place in Qatar, one of the hottest places in the world during the summer.
One of the hottest places
Because
in the
of that-
Star Wars
where
universe.
where specifically? What continent? What
Middle
country?
Middle Eastern.
It is, right?
Yeah, African, Middle Eastern.
Is
area.
it like it's not desert, right?
It is.
Is it?
It's desert. That's why. And so they're moving it to November, December instead
Okay.
of June, July.
Okay.
So that way temperatures are not as bad. It's still gonna be hot.
Still in the hundreds.
Merry
It's like
Christmas, everybody.
oil
World Cup!
oil
Yeah,
fields
pretty
are going to
much.
be like.
So-
no.
4 more years, 4 years and a half actually
4.5?
for the next one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
But
hope,
that means after that, it's only 3.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's gonna be
Or-
U.S.,
or-
Mexico, Canada.
Or
Glass half filled.
half a year until the Women's World Cup.
That too.
which we know that's where America comes into play big time.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the money's at.
That's their.
What are we? Three-time world champions?
Oh yeah.
3-time,
Yeah,
right?
something like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then that kick, the goalie,
What?
the Croatia's second goal.
Oh, where
Oh,
the
with the
goalie fumbled
goalkeeper.
it?
He's like,
He got overconfident,
Oh.
man. That goalkeeper got cocky. That's what happens, man. You know?
I mean, it was a huge error on his part.
It was
but
a
it's
huge
like,
error, but I also loved his reaction because they were
He's
up
like,
what
"No."
4-2 at the 4-1 at
4
the
to
moment.
1, yeah.
His reaction was just kind of like,
All right. We'll give him that
All
one.
right.
Yeah.
you guys want? Did you like that? Yeah. All right.
it's like, yeah, it was kind of messed up, but
Yeah. So
That's-
soccer's done.
soccer. I'm still
Yeah, maybe they'll make it
still
for the
loving
next
my
one.
USA, loving my USA.
Go USA.
USA. USA. You're supposed to like chant or something. No. Moving on.
I'm just saying, it's gonna be like Rocky.
Lingering.
Lingering. All right, let's get right to it with what we're here to do.
Oh man, so I saw this this weekend, and let me tell you one thing.
Tell
about
me.
this movie.
Lingering already.
So this movie, it's so good, but not for the reasons you would think a Marvel movie is good. I think one
For
of
the
the
comedy?
Maybe
well,
you just
yes,
need
but
to
one of the
watch
things
more
that really captured
You
me
don't
about
think
this
of
movie,
Marvel and comedy, Leo.
this
Yes,
is
I do.
This is a fathers and daughters movie all the way. I'm not gonna spoil anything about it, but I mean I have a little girl, so
Spoiler.
I felt very
Spoiler.
very identified with the story of this movie. And let me just tell you, this is not Ant-Man's movie. Ant-Man, Scott Lang in this movie is as if he was just like a supporting character, and it works. It actually
So who's
works.
the main one? The Wasp?
The Wasp and her dad. Let's just say that. And the comedy, man. Let me tell you, one of the only Marvel movie I have not seen in theaters was Thor Ragnarok, and I really regret that because I thought like, well, another Thor movie, and we all know the first one and the second one were not that great. So I'm like, I'll skip it. I'll wait for video. Big mistake because as we know, Thor Ragnarok just stole the show out of every Thor movie. This one is more of the same comedy. It's funny. It's not hilarious all the way through, but it has these moments where it's just like, this movie is really good. It's a feel
Can
good
I
movie.
just interrupt for 1 second?
1 second.
To spew a little hate.
Done.
All right, okay.
Black Panther is overrated.
You think so?
Continue, Francisco.
Okay. Well, I
Continue.
guess we can come
Yeah,
back to that.
We're totally gonna get so much hate.
I don't
so
care.
much.
It just,
I don't care.
No, but yeah, this movie, I mean, if you're on the fence about watching this movie because you think it's going to be more like the first one, no, it's actually good. It's very good. And it's not Black Panther good, you know, not Leo's opinion, but Rick's and mine, but it's very good.
No, I think Black Panther is good,
But you
But-
think it's overrated.
but it's overrated.
Alright.
People try to say that it's great.
Mm.
It's not a great film.
You don't think so?
No,
I
no,
think
not-
it's Lion King
All
2.0.
Marvel
even
films are
close.
great films.
it's a good film. It's a fun film,
Yeah.
but it's not great.
All right.
Well,
Okay.
I think Coming to America would make a better Black Panther film than Black Panther was.
All right. Okay.
So we're gonna pause this for a second,
Pause it.
and
You're gonna
you
talk-
wanted to bring up Narcos,
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Good job. So,
call, Rick.
project manager.
Peña, what's his name? Ant-Man, Mexican dude.
Michael
Peña. Yeah. So he's gonna be in Narcos season 4. It's been confirmed that he's gonna be in Narcos season 4 along Diego Luna.
a key character or like a
He's not saying.
Oh.
They're not allowed to say.
Flashbacks.
But remember, we had a few questions whether they were gonna keep going because of that guy that got murdered in Mexico.
Mhm.
And well, yeah, no, they
was
are.
was that before season 3 or was that for
It
season
was,
4
It was when he was scouting for locations for season 4.
for this
So it was
upcoming?
between season 3 and 4. But no, it's been confirmed that yeah, they already started filming.
All right.
And so nobody's saying who's playing what, but apparently Agent Peña, the character, Pedro Pascal, I think is his name, I think he's not coming back. I think he may make a few like cameos or here and there, but the story is completely gonna shift. I think from what I read is that it's actually gonna be like a prequel of sorts. It's gonna be before Escobar. It's gonna go, to Mexico. I think Cartel Guadalajara or something like that. It's not gonna be continuing from where Narcos left off with Señor de los Cielos, but I think it's actually gonna go back in time. So I don't know, 70.
So season 4 is like a
Mexico star.
It's like a break. It's like a little
no more Colombia
side.
I mean, Colombia would probably make a cameo, but a reason to exist. But who knows? I don't know. Nobody's saying anything, but we know that Diego Luna and Michael Peña are starring Narcos season 4.
All right.
So we'll see.
Little side story.
By the way,
Rogue
there's
One
a new
of Narcos.
a new documentary series on Netflix.
Yep.
Called Drug Lords, and they have a pretty good.
Actually,
episode.
hasn't that been out for a while? It just got a new
It
series.
got new episodes,
Yeah.
and one of the new ones is actually really good. It's about El Chapo. I found out some stuff about El Chapo I didn't know before. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Why is he El Chapo?
A lot of
Can
behind
you
the
read what
scenes
we
type of
have
stuff.
on that screen over there, Rick? Can you bring it over? I don't know if.
Are we still streaming?
I hope so. Yeah, we are.
I think we're good.
We're good. All right, cool. Moving on.
So
Not in particular to
Incredibles. What's that about?
No, nothing in particular
about
to Incredibles.
No?
Only
You had
Rick.
mentioned that Disney and Fox
So you bring Incredibles
what?
to the playlist?
Brought it into the playlist because it's the latest and greatest of Disney.
I
right?
thought you were gonna tell us that you watched it.
No, did you guys watch it?
No,
I
I've been
watched
wanting to.
I heard it was good.
Is it good?
it's a
Leo?
good film. Yes.
You love it? Would you recommend it to everyone?
No, not to everyone.
Is it better than Incredibles 1?
Yes.
Did
I
it give you a
wasn't.
seizure?
I wasn't as big a fan of Incredibles 1 as I was of this one.
I
This
mentioned
one-
that because
this
that's
one's really
a
fun.
thing. Apparently, it's been giving kids seizures all over
You
the
know,
world.
there's a scene.
Close your eyes, folks.
There's a scene in the film
Yeah.
where, like, you're watching the film, everything looks normal,
Mm-hmm.
and then that scene happens, and it just like it's almost like somebody injects something into your brain, like
Oh,
direct,
crap.
like it
I never
just
had that feeling.
I think
like
that's called
it's-
subliminal messages.
it's just like I don't know, it just like sucks you into that scene. Like it's so crazy, and I think it's one of those things where if you just watch it on a regular television,
Mhm.
you're not gonna get that effect. You would need
Really?
to see it in the
It's because
movie
it's
theater.
a huge screen
It's,
and the sound maybe.
part of it, not so much the sound, is just the visual of it is just so like it's just like poof, like a moth
Like it
to a
sucks
light.
you
Like
in.
it's just so crazy,
Man, you're scaring me, bro.
trippy looking.
Scaring
Like
me.
when it
I don't know if I
happened,
wanna
I-
see it in
And for
theaters
little
now.
kids no more.
I know, seriously.
when it happened, I was like kind of
Check,
shocked.
check.
You know, it was a
So
little bit of a shock, a sensory shock.
segueing from
Okay, so what we're
From
talking about
this,
with Disney.
Disney
So,
versus Fox.
Yeah, no, not versus, but
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, yeah, kind of versus. So we knew that Comcast was trying to outbid Disney, right? So I can't remember the specific number, so we're just gonna make them up.
50 billion.
We're gonna be saying like 80 billion was the original bid from Disney, and they were gonna offer, like Leo put it that one time we were talking about it, closing cost as well, like included. But it was mainly actions and what's these things called?
Hands,
No, not
Gestures.
well,
gestures.
basically assets. They were offering assets and money. So assuring their investors, Fox's investors, that their money was just gonna keep growing because their assets were gonna keep getting more value, blah blah blah. But then Comcast came in with like, let's say 120 billion cold hard cash, and their investors was like, I kind of like Comcast offer better, no, because it's short term, it's more money, blah blah blah. But then Fox was gonna have to take care of their closing costs. But then Disney, they didn't even wait 10, 20 days when they came out with their counter offer of like some ridiculous amount of like 320 billion.
$1 Bob.
Yeah, and so Comcast
famous
bid
quote.
at that point with the 90 billion. I know I'm just making up numbers. It's not the real amount, but I'm just trying to give you an idea.
It was an outrageous number.
Yeah. They were already gonna be in debt. They were gonna be put in a position where they were gonna be in trouble of actually almost filing for bankruptcy. So Disney just pretty much went and like, ha, here, boom, try to beat this. But now the problem, Comcast is no longer a problem. Like Fox already agreed that they're gonna go with Disney. The regulators and the government agreed that their transaction is actually good, that they're not violating any rules, they're not gonna become a monopoly because Fox is still keeping their TV stations, like Fox News and sports, whatever. Disney just wants the movie division.
portion
Wait a
of
minute. They're keeping their sports? I thought that was one of the big reasons why Disney was acquiring Fox.
They might be keeping the sports. I don't know.
Initially,
Yeah,
initially,
yes.
that's what I think it was.
Okay, and it might be.
I don't know.
I
how
mean,
it
we
worked
need
out
to
the
look
second
into it.
time.
But basically, they're not in any violation of the FCC
Okay.
rules. Is the point? But now the investors, Fox investors, are not happy
Why?
because they want the money now. They don't want to wait for the assets to grow. And so there's like 3 or 4 investors over in New York that sued this transaction. So they are taking it to the Supreme Court, and they don't want this deal to happen. They want Comcast to happen. But it's a minority. People
Right.
still think that it's still going to go through, but 3 or 4 investors are not happy with this deal.
They're just
So-
delaying what seems to be inevitable at
Yeah.
this point.
So
It just sounds like either they're gonna be bought out and they're gonna have to take a lesser cut of
Yeah.
the portion to kind of shut them up
mm-hmm.
and wait for the money to come in for the bigger guys. More than likely, I would think that's just what's gonna happen. But good on Disney.
Likely, yeah.
Interesting stuff, guys.
Good on Disney.
Interesting stuff.
Moving on.
Moving on.
If you
Moving
can
on.
fine tune.
So Hollywood, something about Hollywood.
So there's another. This is my blog, guys. If you want to follow me, if you speak Spanish, yeah.
Depends on you.
Depends on you.
It all depends
So-
on you.
So on this blog, on this
Hey, look at that
episode,
guy.
I actually went up the Hollywood sign. And the reason why we're bringing this up is because Burbank Studios in California went out and said that they're going to build a sky gondola system to bring people from their studios all the way to the Hollywood sign. I don't understand why a lot of people are saying that it's illegal to go up there. It's not illegal, guys. I went up there. There's actually like a little place on top where people are allowed to go. You're not allowed to go up to the letters, but you can go up to be right behind them. If you can pause it for a second. Pause it, Leo.
Yes. Let me pause it on a good spot.
Okay. So this is a good spot.
There.
Well, that's not a good spot anymore. Can you go back? Sorry, guys. I just want to show you where it is. Well, right here, let me see. This area right here is like a little summit where you can actually be. Like they let you go all the way up there, and then you can kind of look down and you see the back of the sign. And then there's actually like a little dedication that celebrities from like the early 60s, 70s made possible so that people could keep the Hollywood sign intact because they wanted to tear it down. So they donated a lot of money to keep it because they feel like, hey, this is our history. And so it's like a little, like a national park type of thing. So a lot of people tell you that it's illegal to go up there because it's the celebrities that live around that area. They don't want the people to bring their cars up there and make like a big old traffic jam of sorts. Or
I mean, is there a specific set trail or path that you follow?
There is.
The Trail of Tears, Rick.
Yes, I was crying by the time I got up there. Let me
Sweat.
tell you, it's about an 8-mile hike from the bottom to the top.
Eminem made a movie about that.
And
8
so
mile hike? That's
8
part of
Burbank
miles. 8
Studios,
8 mile hike.
Burbank Studios are actually grabbing that thing. I don't understand why they say that, but they're grabbing that knowledge that it's supposedly quote unquote illegal, and they're like, hey, we're gonna do the people a service and we're gonna build this like sky gondola thing so that you don't have to break
Walk
any
it?
laws. Break any laws, basically. And so they're gonna start it in their studio down there, and supposedly it's gonna take about 5 minutes
That sounds like it's more of an attraction to them
to the studios
to bring
yes.
people to come to their
Mhm.
studio.
Yep. And
so
they're
that,
gonna
I
build
don't have
like
to walk it. I don't
a
have to break
visitor
any laws.
center and everything up there. Supposedly, they're gonna spend like a lot of millions to build that. They're saying they're not using any taxpayer money, but they're gonna keep all the proceeds.
That's capitalism for
Yep.
you.
I'd say this is a good idea because not that I'm against a hike, but if I were going to go on a hike, it would be because I'm doing some trail by myself with friends, with family, whatever, for the purpose of I want to, exercise, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go sightseeing. I want to take the advantage of relaxing, enjoying what I'm doing, not have to worry about sweating or getting dirty or
Oh,
getting
man.
injured.
It was painful, let me tell you.
And you know, coming from a fat guy's perspective,
Yeah, exactly.
You want to,
and I will tell you, even if you're an older lady and you have like back problems or whatever, if you take your time, you'll be able to make it because it's not like a steep hill or anything like that. It's actually
right,
like,
but
it slowly rises.
It's like what is it? You know, the tour of where they show you the celebrity
Tour de
homes.
France.
Exactly.
That too.
Yeah.
You don't want to walk the whole thing. You want to enjoy it.
Right.
You want to take your pictures. You want to be able to see and benefit from that. Maybe that short period of time that you might have.
Yeah.
The gondola seems like that would be a good
I
idea.
have to just say, I love taking hikes.
That's good.
Kind of take some of the fun out of hiking up there. If you know, people are just kind of getting there for free.
Well, you
But
have to
that's-
go into the studios first.
But that's what I
and pay
mean.
your
If
ticket.
I wanted to take a hike, I would do a hike in nature where I'm not going to go to a monument. I'm going to walk. I'm going to climb, do my thing over here. But if I want to go see something like the Hollywood sign, I want to take advantage of the time, get
do
up there,
something else.
see it, move on to something different. The hike would be something else, not a vacation.
It
not
took
a,
me about 5 hours. Let me tell you, going up and
Up
coming
and
back
down?
down. Yeah. So you have to plan your day. You have to really plan your day
Did you
around
get
that.
eaten by any mountain lions?
No, there's a lot of people, surprisingly, and that's why I don't understand why they keep saying it's illegal, because it's not. If you really want to go see it, you can. It's just you're gonna have to put the effort to do it.
Yeah, awesome. Can't wait. Probably not going to see it ever, but I can't wait. Moving on. Hey, look at these guys. Stanley Comic-Con.
So I don't know. He's been in the news a lot lately, guys, because he's elderly. He is getting to an age where
He is at an age. He's not.
oh man, he's like 90 something, right? Like 92, 93. He's out there. He's
I
somewhere
believe
out
early
there.
90s, yes.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know if you heard about this scandal that was happening with his personal assistant that also doubles as his nurse. He basically took care of him, took him everywhere, make sure that he was always fine, that he was, hydrated, whatever, everything he needed, his medicine stuff. And then all of a sudden, Stanley fires him, and nobody knew why. And so people were speculating that, he was becoming senile, that he didn't know what was going on anymore. But then he came out and told the story of why he did so. Apparently, this nurse was actually stealing his blood to fill them up with pens so that people will have Stanley's DNA. And there was actually the plan of making a comic book entirely with Stanley's blood. So, yeah.
Literally written from his blood,
Exactly. So
Wow.
basically, I mean, there was
Ultimate collector's
yeah,
item.
exactly.
Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
I understand how people would go nuts over something like this, but to actually stoop so low
Exactly.
to steal someone's... We're
DNA?
talking about DNA. We're not talking
Exactly.
about like a tissue that he threw away. We're talking about...
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so basically, the company that hired this guy or that he was working with, Stanley found out who they were, and so he sued them, basically, And it was going on for about 2-3 months. Basically, they reached an agreement, and Stanley dropped the lawsuit. So we don't know what the specifics were, but it's like, hey, everything's forgiven. We're friends again.
How many gallons or pints of blood did this guy
I
sell?
don't know. But the thing that came out of this everything's forgiven thing is that this company is now making it possible for Stan Lee to go over to China and make a Comic-Con, a Stanley Comic-Con in Shanghai for all the thousands of millions of people that live in China so they can have their own Comic-Con starring Stan Lee.
That's
So
pretty cool.
it's the first time that's ever going to happen. And it's segue because I remember now because of that. Another first time that's going to happen, San Diego Comic-Con is going to Mexico City next year, I believe, as well.
right.
So first time this
We'll
our
see you there.
Comic-Cons our Comic-Cons are traveling out of the US.
Say goodbye to our equipment.
Yeah, pretty much. No.
No, I mean it. I know my people. I know my
Oh,
people.
man.
They're
Hey,
thieves.
Leo's words, not mine.
Yeah, it's not the first time it's happened. Don't try to guilt trip me into saying they're not all that way.
Okay,
not all that
Trump. Okay, Trump.
I'm talking about people from the city.
Uh-huh.
From the city.
They're not all bad.
From DF.
Not all bad.
No, I agree. They're not all bad, but
yeah.
I just
But that's
have to
pretty
say
cool,
that
though, 'cause,
I have never had a pleasant experience.
I
in the
have.
city.
I
But you went. Tell us how you went.
Boy, I
You
had a guide.
prepared, right?
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't take your drone.
No.
You didn't take your expensive camera
No.
because
of not risking it to have
yeah,
my
yeah.
camera
We
stolen.
know our people.
But I still risk my phone and my stabilizers.
Hey,
you
you always,
stolen.
I
Easy
mean, you
stuff.
always risk any of your
Easy stuff
personal
to replace.
belongings when you travel anywhere. Anywhere.
Hey, we love Mexico.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
I still
But-
love Mexico. It's
But
just-
going back to it, that's
I'm
pretty
not gonna
cool
risk
because
expensive equipment.
ever since we started going to these cons, following people on other
Social media.
a lot of people that we're seeing are international too.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just here locally or not even just within the U.S. We have a lot of international cosplaying, anime loving, video game players, and we see that they're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
When they bring these huge venues, not just something being created over there just as a side project. I mean, if they're shifting their whole entire thing over to one of these big cities, different country, that's a big thing. And
Yep.
for those people out there that they're real big fans, real big followers, they're really into this kind of lifestyle and love this stuff. That's really awesome for them because now they have the chance, because before they probably never even thought about, hey, let's go over to the U.S. just to go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I think pop culture has become
The
the
rock.
new American culture, and it's kind of like, I mean, here in
Make
the
pop
United
great again.
States, we go watch shows with like Chinese dances. We go watch plays with Japanese like kimono plays or whatever. I don't know. There's an exact word for that. I can't remember it right now, but it's like a Japanese play. There's the Mexican dances that people go
Mhm.
watch. I think that this is becoming the American culture that we can now share with
now
the
we can
world.
actually take
We
it
can
to
take-
outside.
Take
Mhm.
these types of cons to China.
Mhm.
Take 'em
Our
to
culture is
Mexico.
imitating other cultures.
Hey,
What way? No, we're sharing our movies, our
Oh, okay.
music, our comics, icons like Stan Lee,
Mhm.
icons like Dwayne the Rock
No,
Johnson.
that's cool. With a lot of the touring that they do, like I said, it's usually within the states. Very
Mhm.
rarely do they go international.
I
and
think
when
I
they
feel that go to Mexico a lot.
when they do, it's because that they have something else associated with it, because they're doing a movie, they're doing some kind of series, some kind of work on the side, so they they kind of double up. But never to say like, hey, I'm just gonna go to Mexico to go sign some autographs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
No,
this is a good
as far as
opportunity. I don't know how they will feel about buying autographs though, because I remember, I don't know if they do that nowadays, but when I was growing up in Mexico, it's like nobody will ever pay for an autograph.
The
you know?
value is definitely going to be different. I
Mhm.
mean, here you're talking about $20 an autograph for a real
Wow,
simple.
hundreds. Dude.
I'm talking like a simple little tiny card, maybe.
Mm.
Over there, $20 isn't going to fly for that.
Mm.
You're talking about a couple bucks at most.
Rick, you like mustaches?
Pow!
I love
Oh man,
mustaches.
when I read the news about these dudes, I was oh my god, I freaking started laughing. So we all know the debacle that happened between Justice League and Mission Impossible Fallout. They just finished, the shooting of the Mission Impossible shootout or Fallout. I mean,
shootout?
sorry, shootout.
Oh,
And so the cast and crew of every movie usually gets a gift from the main protagonist. Like in this case, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise gave this gift to the cast and crew people over in France. And as you can see on the screen right here, if you can kind of see it, it's a medallion. It's I don't know if it's actual gold or silver, but it's a pretty good sized medallion. And as you can see, we have Henry Cavill right here on top, which plays the bad guy of the Mission Impossible Fallout movie. And then we can kind of see Tom Cruise kind of falling off in a parachute. Look at the position of the parachute. It's highlighting his mustache because, as we all know, Justice League had to do reshoots with Henry Cavill playing Superman again, but he had sported this amazing mustachio right here, and they're like, "Hey, bro, can you shave it off for to become Superman again?" And Mission Impossible Fallout people said like, "No, he's not gonna do that. We have it perfect as to where we need it." And contractually obligated, he couldn't shave it. And so now we have this awful CGI erasure of the mustache on Superman that looks just so bad. And so this was Tom Cruise's last laugh right here, to show the casting crew his appreciation.
Why does he say
won.
Fallout though?
That's the name of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout.
That's
and it's
funny.
coming up, I think, next week or in 2 weeks, something like that. It's coming out soon. And supposedly one of the most expensive and best Mission Impossible movies up to date. So, what's going on, guys?
What are you trying to do, Rick?
Are we okay?
Try to make a little adjustment over here, and Leo's like,
Not gonna do it.
Nah. So,
No,
so
what
there it
are you
is.
trying to do?
"Oh, we're done talking."
So there's
about
your funny news for the day, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button. I'll let Leo do it.
He just gave up like halfway.
No,
Like,
it's 'cause
comment, and
I
subscribe.
saw him giving
Don't
me the
forget
look.
to hit that little
I
bell
saw-
notification on YouTube, please. It'll notify you when we're not live because that's Facebook.
Yeah.
It'll notify you when we upload on YouTube.
All right, take it away, Leo.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff. We're on social media.
Tell them about the merch.
Keyword Digital Game Time. DigitalGameTime.com/merchandise if you want
This
brand
one is
new
one of
original
ours.
designs by Francisco
You
and
like
yours
this one.
truly.
You
You
can get
really
that
like
ink
this
blot.
one.
That's a cool ink blot, right?
See, and our brand is just really small. Up here, it just says Digital Game Time, really small. So people won't even know it's Digital Game Time.
Yeah,
So
see?
Yeah.
You can rap and not even know you're rapping.
exactly.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is DGT Live from the Central Coast of California. Enjoy your games. Love your families. Ciao!
Hello there. Digital Game Time, your show about games, movies, and pop culture is now live every week. Follow them and watch the show every Monday on Facebook Live at 7 p.m. Pacific Time. Comment, participate, and interact with Leo, Rick, and Francisco as they tell you what's happening in the world of entertainment at facebook.com/digitalgametime. Also, be sure to follow them on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch at Digital Game Time, and check out their t-shirts with original designs inspired by pop culture at digitalgametime.com/merchandise. And remember, enjoy your entertainment and love your family.